where recording on Zoom at least is on. Are you good, Nambi? Are you trying?
Yeah, we are good. We can start.
Awesome. So, hi, hello, everybody. This is Quiz Pro Quo. To all of our newcomers, welcome. To all of our old hands, welcome back. Always great that despite having, being hosting this for more than a year now, we still have new people every week. And so, for all of you who are here for the first time, just a quick, oh wow, Nambi, that is insane. Yeah,
That's not me. I don't know who.
Yes, well, we're sharing that. Thanks. Very impressive.
Who is coding on a Saturday night?
But yeah, so for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome, and a small introduction about QPQ. It just started off as a random set of questions which I had lying around, and I said I wanted to host it for a few friends. So they came down, and one of those friends said that he had a set of questions lying around, so he hosted the next week, and then another one said the week after, and here we are with I don't know, more than a year and a month already, almost, yeah, doing this every Saturday night. And we have absolutely no plans of stopping. We have the next 2 to 3 months quizzes lined up already. The idea behind Quiz Pro Quo has always been to introduce more and more people to quizzing, and which is why I said it's always great that there are new people here every week. Uh, the the purpose of that is we've all attended quizzes in professional settings, and the caliber and the intellect that the people have there is a little daunting. So what we said is let's try and make this open to everyone, free, fun, and at the same time have questions which are of that same style and type, but about everyday topics and having and with a few more hints in them so that you can work out the answers. And yeah, so that's just what QPQ is. So don't if you are a little bit more serious about the quizzing side of things, what we do is run a league of sorts, and every 2 months we'll have a finale, and the top 12 people on each for each quiz will get to participate in a final style quiz. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Take each quiz, take each question as it comes, enjoy it for what it is, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Nambi, if you can share your screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so little introduction about Nambi. Um, so Nambi and I met at Clues Day, which was a fun pub quiz at in Bangalore, and must recommend that if you're in Bangalore and if it ever opens up again. It's at Vapor in Indanagar. And Nambi works at InMobi in the UX space, and he is like I said earlier, he has a YouTube channel on which he hosts and collates multiple quizzes live. He also has a website which has a bunch of nice quizzes on it. Nambi, is that still up?
It is, yeah, it is still up, but I'm not like spending much time on it. Yeah, but it's up.
So support Nambi, and he'll get more quizzes on his website as well.
Yeah.
So we'll share the link to his YouTube page and his channel and everything in a bit. Nambi, over to you for breaking news.
Yeah, like every YouTuber would say, please subscribe to my channel. Let me start with that very cliched line. Thanks, Yogesh, for that introduction. Yeah, I have a YouTube channel where I host quizzes. I've been asking Yogesh to stream these good QPQ content in my channel. Hopefully, future also it will happen. But yeah, this quiz is now live streaming on YouTube. And yeah, hope you have I spent a good amount of time, and we have collected a set of questions. And I wanted to share this. This has been like completely vetted by Yogesh. So in case, and there is a lot of his inputs also in there. So in case we want to send a bouquet, send it to me. If you want to send brick bat, send it to Yogesh. Cool.
Accept. Yeah, also should call out on that note that today's quiz is really short and simple. It doesn't require you to know a lot of stuff. As long as you've been scrolling through some form of social media, you should be able to answer most of the questions.
Yeah, guys, can you see my screen? Is the keynote or the presentation visible?
Yeah, your own presentation.
Yeah, I am going on full screen and hoping that nothing breaks. All good? Okay. Let me just quickly check the stream as well. Hopefully that should also be good. Okay, cool. So all the questions in this quiz are from recent news or like recent about kind of news, recentish news. So yeah, if you have been reading newspapers or reading at least Twitter feeds and Facebook feeds and WhatsApp feeds, like someone mentioned, you should be able to answer them. And I believe the vibe of QPQ is to give a lot of clues. So we will be giving more clues as I go through the questions. So in case we want to give, if you want to get some clues, please do, yeah, just I think unmute and share that.
Raise your hand. So we
Yeah,
have the...
okay, raise your hands. Okay, raise your hands and then we will be sharing the clues. 20 questions, 1 point each. I think all of you or most of you who are regular to QPQ know all of these. Socially distant teams, I think by now all of you are taking care of this. And yeah, you can discuss this with your teammate over prior chat or on a phone call and then answer it in the Google Forms. Answers only through Google Form, not on chat here or anywhere else. And please don't Google, it's a fun quiz. If you know it, it's good. If you don't know it, it's an opportunity to learn. So please don't Google. And yeah, like I said before, please raise your virtual hands to get clues. Okay, with that, let's go to the Q0, right, first.
Yeah, dummy question. You can unmute and shout out or put the answer in the chat for this question only.
Okay, cool. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Let me just check. Okay, I think what's happening is these multiple screen shares are breaking my stream. Is it okay if Yogesh, can you share the screen?
Have the final set.
Okay. Okay, last minute glitches.
But it's working fine.
Yeah, in the Zoom it should be working. So let's do one thing. You're recording it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably I'll get the recording and later share it.
Sure,
okay,
that works.
Cool. So with that, question 0. Where is it? Okay, question 0 on your screen now. So basically, so this is, like I said, very current, recent affairs. What happened yesterday night? The Olympics opening ceremony, Tokyo Olympics happened. And there is one particular team in this Olympics and also in the last Olympics.
I see the team USA.
It is not USA.
If you look is it Greece? Is it Greece?
Not Greece. If you look at the flag, it is not any particular
Russian
country.
Olympic Committee.
Russia.
International
It's a delegation from Russia. It was
Okay.
there they were named.
Russia is a good guess, but it is
These are the Olympic refugee team.
refugees.
Who said that refugee?
Dimad, and the answer came in on the chat by ATP also and by Utirino and Utkarsh.
Okay.
Refugee team uses the Olympic flag.
Yeah, Indo Shibug, that is correct. The refugee team is the answer that I was looking for. So basically 2016 IOC, can we have some? Okay.
Yeah, I'll have.
2016 in Rio Olympics, they said we are going to form a team with refugees from these war-torn countries, and then they formed a team. I believe that's the first time there was a refugee team. And this Olympics also, yesterday there was a refugee team, as in which also marched in the IOC. They don't have any particular country's flag because these people come from different countries which are in some kind of internal strife, or yeah, these people have moved away from their country and it's a refugee team. So this Olympics plans to be very inclusive, sustainable. There are a few more questions about Olympics in this quiz as we go on, but yeah, this is Q0.
Just to point out, so this is not the first time that a refugee team is there in the Olympics. It was first started in 2010 in Rio.
Yeah, I just mentioned that like a few minutes before. 2016 is the first time there was a Rio, in the Rio Olympics, there was a refugee team. I think this time also there was a refugee team which marched yesterday. Okay, cool. That was Q0. Let's move on to Q1. Okay, now it's not a question for shouting. Please answer only in the Google Forms. So basically in the Olympics opening ceremony yesterday, if you have seen that, the order in which the countries marched into the stadium was a bit different. Ireland came like one of the first countries to come in, even before Armenia. Qatar came before Canada, and Andorra was followed by Yemen. Just after Andorra, Yemen came. How can this be possible? Why such an order was followed? So think about it and answer only in the Google Forms.
If you want a hint, raise your hand. If we have a bunch of 70, 75 people here today. If we have more than, let's keep it simple, 10 people raising their hands, we'll give a hint.
Yeah, I think quite a few people. Yeah, I'm not seeing all the participants. So Yogesh, please tell me if there are 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll handle the hints.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 10 people.
Okay. Cool. So okay, so it's not just about what is the tradition, right? The tradition adapts to each Olympics based on the particular year, the particular place. So this is also an adaptation that happened. So because of that, the order changed. So I wanted to identify what is the, yeah, basically they took care of, yeah, they made sure that the local traditions are not ignored during this. Yeah, Yogesh, you wanted to say something?
I put the hint in the chat as well. You can refer.
Okay. Do you want to share it aloud?
That what you said, right? Whatever you say, I just put it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Just let me know when we can have question 2.
Let's move. Let's go ahead.
Okay. Cool. So that was question 1. Hopefully you got it correct. Let's move to question 2. Okay. These guys are okay. Let me move the. That is okay.
You're sharing. It was fine.
Yeah, just that that's sharing a window thing was happening. Okay, so these guys' names are Niv Karmi, Shaleb Julio, and Umri Lavi. Look at their names. That also is a big clue. You might not have seen them before, but they created something which is very much in news recently. And I want you to say me like, what is that thing which is, what is that they created which is in news? And there is one more clue that is just below the name. I have put as political shenanigans. Yeah, that is what they created, or that is what their creation created. So guys, my dinner just arrived. I hope it's okay if I take a bit of bite as I share the questions. You had your dinner?
I'll have after. But that, like Arun says, that depends on what the dinner is. If you're going to make us hungry, you have to share as well. Much like Imad's food quiz last week.
Okay.
So what do we have to tell in this question?
So what did they create? What did they create?
Okay. Thank you.
A lot of, yeah. There is actually multiple keywords, like 2 keywords, but if you can give at least one of those keywords, what did they create which is creating a lot of political ruckus? That will give you points.
You want a hint? Raise a hand.
Okay, 3, 4. After that, I'm losing the count. Should we go for the clue?
Only 4 or 5 people looking for hints, so I think everyone knows this one. It's a nice one.
Cool. So that was question 2, political news. Okay, question 3 is very simple. I was seeing the Olympics opening ceremony yesterday. I hope you also saw that. When I saw this, I really liked how they had taken an inspiration from a Japanese landmark to create the, what do they call this? The torch installation, Olympic torch.
Cauldron. Cauldron.
Yeah, so basically that Olympic torch setup installation thing that you can see at the in the image. So which Japanese landmark was the inspiration for this? So basically, throughout the Olympic ceremony, there is a lot of Japanese art which was shown, Japanese culture which was like part of the opening ceremony. This is one of the Japanese landmarks which was like taken as an inspiration for the torch installation. So just give me which famous Japanese landmark that served as an inspiration, or that was the inspiration for this year's Olympic torch installation. I think this is a very simple one. I hope most people or most of you will get it correct.
Those people who have just joined us, I'm putting the link to the Google form in the chat.
Yeah.
Please answer.
Can you just
Yeah, someone was asking some question. Can you please repeat that? Shashwat Mishra raised hand. I think.
That's okay. I think there are 4 or 5 people who have raised their hands.
Okay. Okay, saying it again, 10 people have to raise hands so that then
Yes.
the quiz, the clue for the question will begin. Joel is raised. Okay.
Yeah, we have 10 people.
Okay. So one big clue is that it's a natural landmark. As in, how do you say that? Basically, landmarks can be two different kinds, right? What men create or people create, or natural landmarks. This is a very natural, as in geographical phenomenon. And so this is an anecdote which happened in my life. So basically, while I was doing my post-graduation, some students from my batch went to this country, as in Japan. And when the
Hey, Nambi, sorry, someone's saying you're not audible. Can you just talk a little closer to the laptop, please?
Okay. Is it more clearer now?
That is better, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you might have to see my face a little bigger also. Okay. So basically, when that aeroplane was flying over this particular place, a lot of people are taking their DSLRs and taking a lot of snaps. This is a very beautiful geographical phenomenon. Yeah, that's the clue. Beautiful, natural, geographical phenomenon. There is like 3-4 clues there.
All right, let's move.
Okay. So that's Q3.
Will you show the first and second question again?
We'll do a very quick run through at the end. So if you've missed, don't worry.
Okay, there is Q3, question 4 on your screen now. This is also a very simple sitter. A sitter where people went to great heights. So basically, recently there was this space race, right? And this particular phenomenon was created for one of those people. And I just want you to identify, you're seeing something here. And this is claimed to be the world's first such thing. And I'm not able to see the blanks. So the blanks are very kind of indicative. I just want you to identify this is world's first what. Okay, simple sitter. Kind of question. Probably all of you in this quiz will get it correct. Go for the most obvious guess that you can think of. That is it. Okay.
No problem if you don't get it. Ask for a hint.
Yeah.
could you repeat the question once, please?
Ask me, fill in the blank. Bas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for that, Yogesh. Okay, look at the image, fill in the blanks. That was question 4. Let's move to question 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, this is a bit of a Happy, or you can work it out. So you're seeing a book cover in the image. The image you're seeing is a book cover. Basically, the title of the book is Two Kisses for Maddie, with a new essay and photos, a memoir of loss and love by this particular author. The name is might not help you in cracking this question. So basically, this book served as an inspiration for a recent movie. And if you look at the kind of content in the image, that's a big clue. So which recent movie was based on this book? Okay, let me just read something that is written as a blurb at the top. It will make you cry, but not only out of sadness. Some of your tears will be for the beauty of love and its miraculous power to heal even the deepest, I think, wounds. Panel, let me move them. Okay, yeah, so that's the blurb, that's the book cover. I want the name of the movie. Okay.
The image might be of some help.
Yeah, image is a huge help. Basically, the whole story of the movie revolves around a particular relationship, and that's what you're seeing in the book cover image also.
All right, nobody looking for hints. A couple of people only looking for hints.
Okay, so we can move to the next one then.
Give it a few seconds. Okay, so guys, the questions in this quiz are going to be quite short. So if you want a hint, recommend that you raise your hand a little quicker. Right, not too many people, so let's move then.
Okay, moving on to question 6. Okay, this is also a recent news. A lot of debates on Twitter were around this. So basically, a particular company were looking for tech talent, for developers to be recruited, to be hired. And as a part of their hiring page, they gave a lot of, or at least a lot of options for perks. And one of the perks was this crication, where they claim that the entire team, or at least the newly hired people, would be taken to Dubai. They can work from there. They can watch the World Cup also. I think they also gave some BMW bikes and cars, and also even some Apple some gadgets also were also part of the perks. Yeah, basically a lot of perks, a lot of fun stuff they were promising as perks. I want you to identify which company. Okay, so which company gave or shared these perks list recently? Okay, did we increase the 10 count? I mean, did the raise hands increase 10? Is more than 10?
Yeah, Nambi, we have more than 10 people.
Okay, so you might have missed a particular color clue, which is at the top right. Yeah, that's one of the color codes that they use in their logo as well. And another huge clue is that it is a fintech company. A fintech company which promised these perks recently. One of the perks being crication, where you combine cricket and a vacation, cricket World Cup vacation and work. So what is the name of this fintech company? This is what I'm looking for.
Right.
Okay. Let's move to Q7.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to play a video here. First, look at the video.
There's intentionally no audio.
Yeah. You saw it? So basically this particular dude, let me play it again. Yeah. Where is this? What is he doing? If you can give the funda correct, you'll get points.
Right. For those of you who are trying to block hints, if you block hints in this quiz, we tend to give more hints. That's how this works. We're very happy if everybody gets 20 on 20. No harm, no foul, right?
Yeah. Totally
And
agree.
Nambi is happiest because Nambi gets the average score of all the participants.
Yeah. So we're giving clue for this?
Not yet. We have around 4 or 5 people plus 3 people who blocked it. So
Can
7
you please
people.
show all the questions once more when the quiz is over?
We will do a very quick recap at the end. Yes. For now, go from whatever question you're at and just fill out that answer in the form. Right. We have 6, 7, 8, 9 people. 8, 9 people. Hey, Shreya, of course. Hey, Paul's missing, so Shreya's taking over today, is it?
What happened?
Nothing. So so we have there's one of our regulars named Paul. He constantly has an OCD of objecting to hits.
Okay.
And Shreya is taking over his role today.
Good.
But we do actually have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, 8 or 9 people who are looking for hints. So if you want to give a small hint, you can give a small hint.
Okay. I will give a very tangential clue, okay? So
This is a very easy one.
Yeah, it is a very easy one. I don't know
For
why
some
people
people,
want
it is easy. For some people who have not seen
Yeah.
it or not don't know it, it's fine. You can work out the answer from it. So,
Okay, recent event-based thing is happening, and one more thing that I will give is so there is this phrase, right? Basically, so because of technology, because of the communication evolution that has happened all over the world, the whole globe is a village. We call it the global village, right? Similarly, there is a particular term, a related, similar term. That is where this is happening, and it's a recent event-based term also. Okay, I can't make it simpler than this, so please don't ask more clues after this.
I don't know how to put that into the hint either. But
okay, the answer rhymes with global village. Okay, that was question 7. Moving on to question 8.
You said the answer rhymes with global village. Is that it?
What?
You said for 7 that the answer rhymes with global village.
Yeah. As in similar term. Okay.
Okay. I think that's a little bit of a lateral hint, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't want to give straight, direct clues. Okay, question 7 was this about this dude. And also look at him. He is like very chiseled. He should be a guy who's into sports, I guess. Okay. Question 8. Question 8 is about these two from chiseled dudes to these heavily pocketed dudes, Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic. Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos both had a recent race to the space. So because of this space race, there are also a lot of controversies or a lot of technicalities that are discussed. One of them being Blue Origin tweeted that none of their astronauts would have an asterisk next to their name. Why did they tweet this? Or generally, if you can say, like, what did they claim? And which company was saying that they were the ones and the others are not. So basically, if you can give that funda, that will give you points. So to to billionaires who are into space race. What I want you to identify is that one particular company, which is the Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos, claims that, or they tweeted that none of their astronauts would not have an asterisk next to their name because of this particular phenomenon. Why is it so? I think I put a double negative there, but you got the funda right. Their astronauts are the real astronauts. The other ones, they are not. Why is it so?
If you don't, there is a technical term that will get you points, but if you don't know that, if you explain the funda behind it, that will also get you full points.
Yeah, just what Yogesh said.
And does mentioning that
No, technical word will not get you more
technical
points. That's enough to get you full points for this question, not extra points.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, if we only mention the technical term, it would do
Full points for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We got the term. That's like the best answer because you don't have to explain anything. If you don't know the term, at least explain what it is about. Like work it out what it is about.
Right, you know the drill for hints. If you want one, raise your hand.
Okay, I think there are very few people who have asked. Let's move to question 9.
Let's give people a few minutes to, like a few seconds to just pull down the answers. Right, only 4 people raising their hands. So guys, just look at what has been put in quotes and think of something along those lines. All right, let's move past these two pushing boundaries.
Yeah. Finally, question 9. So basically, the etymology of a place, the place is what you're seeing, the image in the background, comes from a fact that a goat is jumping over a river. If you look at it very technically, then it just means a goat jumping, or a goat jumps, or a goat jump. Which place is this? And this place is in news recently because of a conflict which has been happening for years and years.
You know what, to make it, because we're looking for a proper noun here, to make it a little easier for you, we'll accept we'll give you part points if you explain the funda, or if you can name the river or explain why the conflict is happening. Fair enough, Nabi?
Okay, I think we'll be inclusive like that. That's okay. If you can at least share the funda about this, then you'll get points. Okay, there was question 9. Goat jumps over a river, which place?
Not a lot of people looking for hints on this one. That's nice. I think that number just went up drastically. Give it another few seconds. We're at about 8 or 9 people.
Okay, so basically the clue is 2 neighboring states fighting over a resource. Yeah, and playing political games. And very much in news, if you have been reading newspapers or in social media, you would have heard of this. I believe, okay, these are all more hints. Ministers from both these states went to the central government, appealed and re-appealed, and lobbied and re-lobbied, lobbied for, lobbied against. Yeah, all of that happened. So basically, that's the context. And I think, I provided a lot of clues. Let's move to the next one, Yogesh.
Yeah, someone asked if the river name will get you points. I said that's part points for the river name, right? Looking for this one particular spot.
Yeah.
It's a popular tourist attraction there. Right, let's move then.
Okay, so that was question 9. Question 10 is simpler. There you are seeing again from Olympics opening ceremony. Yeah, Olympics.
Modified motto. What's the blank?
Okay, please and please.
I'll make sure that people are no stress.
Yeah, okay. So basically, the Olympics motto got modified and got extended a bit. What's the blanked out word in the motto which was added for this particular Olympics? In the opening ceremony, this was displayed. The last black strip that you're seeing is the blanked out word. I want you to identify the word. It's just one word, rhymes with the other words that you're seeing in the screen. What's that word? I think no one wants clue for this one.
Give people a few minutes, few seconds at least to answer. No negatives, so take your best guess.
Yeah. Cool. Can we move to the next one?
There are only a couple of people looking for hints out here, so let's move then. And remember that this year's Olympics has focused a lot on inclusiveness, and so think along those lines.
Yeah. Plus, if you think about what you have been doing the last 1 year, it's a bit ironical to have this word added. Okay, moving on to question 11. So this is what you're seeing on the screen is the first page of chapter 1 of a particular book. You don't need to give me the name of the book. Give me the name of the author. Let me read at least the first 2 paragraphs. Okay, let me move this panel this side. Okay, thank goodness it rained. It was the morning of 8 July 2020 in Southampton. I was supposed to be blanked for blank, but the sky was heavy and dark and full of rain, meaning no play was possible. Without on-field action to discuss, there was only one subject to talk about. George Floyd had been murdered in Minneapolis only 6 weeks previously. A police officer called Derek Chauvin had forced him to concrete ground and put a knee on his neck. I can't breathe, George said. We know that because passers-by were filming that what was happening on their mobile phones. He said it more than 20 times. George pleaded for his life. He called out for his mother. Mama, mama, mama. He must be high, said another policeman. Onlookers pleaded for Chauvin to get his next. You know what happened next. George Floyd was cruelly murdered. And what happened after that? Arun Tottagattu Prasanna Kumar. Champions are here. Champions of online quizzing are asking for clues. What is this, bro? Arun TP, I'm seeing you after a long time.
Okay, so we have to tell the book or the author?
Just the author would be enough. The name of the book, good, but yeah, just the name of the author is enough.
ATP flex. I was stretching my hands.
Oh, okay.
Right. 9 people, 10 people who have raised their hands. So I want to give a hint on this one.
Okay, let's give a hint on this one. He has a very characteristic voice. I mean, yeah, I would say very gravelly voice. A voice that you would have heard repeatedly. You may not have seen him repeatedly, but you would have heard his voice repeatedly in a sporting events. Yeah, I think I gave a lot of clues there. So that's the author of this book. You might have heard him a lot if you're following one particular sport. Yeah, most of us would have played the sport, watched that sport. Okay, I didn't give one clue. I gave like probably 5-10 clues there. Let's move to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry if you keep changing the panels here and there. Okay, cool. That was question 11. Question 12 is again a simple one. This recent movie, as one of my, I like this movie. Plus, I've been seeing this multiple times. I'll say that later. Has numerous inspirations from Southeast Asia. For example, the animal that you're seeing in the image is an adorable pet called Tuk Tuk. Identify the movie, and that if you can identify the movie, you'll get full points for this. The question itself has a clue in Tuk Tuk in Southeast Asia. Okay, simple one.
Simple if you've seen. It's okay. So might be simple for some, might be tough for others. Either ways, if you want to get a hint, raise a hand.
Ananga Sethuraman, Avinash Kumar, Paramesh, all online. I mean, quizzes, asking clues for such simple ones.
It's okay. Paramesh is some people have it.
Yeah, Paramesh is my friend, so I'm just pulling his leg. Yeah.
No stress.
Okay, I'm going to give not just one and multiple hints. It's a Disney movie, and I probably have watched this probably 20-30 times because my kid keeps watching this. The central character of this movie is a female character. The name of the movie is very short, within 5 letters. Okay, do we need to add more clues?
Let's not add.
Yeah. Okay, so that been like very generous with the clues. Yeah, and it's all very recent movies, so don't go to, is it that 1950s? No. I think it got released last year or this year. This year, like probably a few months back.
Right, let's move then.
Okay, question 13. Question 13 is an interesting one. You see an image at the background, think about that. Plus, there is a quote in the foreground. The 1964 Tokyo Olympics left the Shinkansen high-speed train system as a legacy. The upcoming Olympics will leave a dash society as a legacy. This is a quote from the Tokyo Governor. And what is this technology? What is this phenomenon he says, which is which will survive, which will be continued forward from this Olympics? You just have to give me that technology's name. It's just one word. If you give me that word, I will give you points. One clue before people even ask is that the Olympic flame has this technology inbuilt. The Olympic torch, the Olympic flame is inbuilt in it. Okay, so thereby Francis Rodriguez wants clues. Anyone else wants clues? Please raise your hand. Okay. I think we exceeded 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
More
so
than that.
this Olympics, okay, here's the clue. This Olympic is more about being inclusively, being gender equity based Olympics, also about climate consciousness. So think about climate consciousness and eco-preservation, those themes. And this particular technology helps a lot in avoiding exhausts which are harmful to the environment. So think of something like that. And that is the answer to this question. All right, are we doing good on time? We are already like 1 hour.
It's okay. We can go a little bit faster, but it's fine.
Okay.
Right. Let's go to question number 14 then.
Okay, question 14 is from the world of entertainment. Very recently, the season 2 of a particular series got released. The question is about that. So basically, the series is about a particular character. That character actually started as a very small comic act in a sporting event, as you can see from the image and stuff. Then they said, okay, this particular character seems to be getting audience traction, so they built that into like a series, and they launched it. The season 1 got a lot of acclaim, a lot of critical acclaim, audience reception, and then they went with season 2 as well. So just identify the name of this series. Look at the image, it will give you an idea about the theme of this series. Okay.
Right. If you want a hint, raise your hand.
I see Arun TP again raising his hand. He's again flexing his muscles.
But we have a lot of people asking for hints on this one.
Okay, cool. So basically, the clue is football and football. Meaning, in America, football usually means a particular thing, and in UK, it means something else. So this series is about the whole conflict that happens when a person who is in this world of football goes into this American world of football, goes into the UK, the Premier League version of football. So yeah, I told you the crux of the entire story. So just now give me the name of the series. Very, very critically acclaimed, very, very, popular, at least in certain audience circle. Yeah, just give me the name of the series. Sports-based American football to UK football. So that was question 14. Let's move to question 15.
Yeah.
Cool. Question 15. Simple one. You see a bunch of faces in the image on the screen. What connects these faces? Yeah, there are, I think 3, 4, 5, 6 phases. I believe there are more. I'm not sure, but yeah, basically we are looking for what connects these faces. There is a unique connect to these faces. Look at the shape of the outlines of these faces in the right side. That is also a big clue. Okay, this is one of these questions you can work out or think and then connect an answer.
If you want a hint, raise your hand. For those who are, I think a couple of new people joined, if I'm not wrong. So I'm just going to put the WhatsApp group link up again. Give me a sec. For those of you who have just joined us, please put answers in the WhatsApp group and start from whichever question. This one is, which is 15. A lot of people asking for hints on this.
Okay, very anecdotal hint. So long back, I was working in Chennai. So they had a lot of unconferences. So basically, unconferences, no like scheduled plans and stuff. People can raise up their hand, schedule the talk, and then speak and then share their idea. And there is a law of two legs. Basically, if you're bored with that particular event, you can just stand and walk away, go to another talk, go to another track, do that. And one thing which is I found interesting in this particular phenomenon is that you can very leave quietly from something that you are bored of. So it's very, as in you can join easily, you can also leave quietly. So that's the clue for this particular question. Okay, don't leave quietly for this quiz. There are 5 more questions. I'm just saying this particular answer. Okay, and one more big clue. All of these people are artists in some way. So think about that as well while you answer. I'm very sure probably like how many people are in this quiz?
70-ish people.
Okay, out of the 70-ish people, probably 90+% of people would have been curious, what is this app? Let me just go inside and see. And they would have done that probably in the last 1 or 2 months. So that's the big clue for Q15. Let's go to Q16, question 16.
Yep.
Okay, so back to Olympics. So like I said before, Olympics this time is also about gender equity, gender equality. So that was uniquely implemented in the Olympics opening ceremony. And if you can say how they implemented that or what's one of the ways that this was performed, then you will get points. So how was gender equity uniquely implemented in the recently completed Olympics opening ceremony? Okay, Eldo Shibu wants a clue.
Folks who want a hint, raise your hand. Again, we're talking about the opening ceremony. Think of what happens in the opening ceremony. And how would gender equality be represented or shown?
Okay, not many people who have raised hand. Let's move to the next one.
Give people a few seconds.
Okay.
Right, let's move then.
Okay. Question 17 is like one of the heart of the presses questions. So basically you are seeing a movie poster image, J Beam. That's the name of the movie. It's an upcoming movie by actor producer Surya. He plays a lawyer who fights for the right of tribal communities. So the question is, who is the title a tribute to? Jai Beam is the name of an upcoming movie. I think it's getting made in Tamil, Telugu, if I remember correctly, even Malayalam also. So basically, the name of the movie is Jai Beam, and Surya plays the role of a lawyer and who fights for the rights of tribal communities. I want you to identify who is the title attributed to.
You don't need to know Tamil or Telugu to answer this question.
Yeah. And there's a lot of clues in the image. Okay. That is question 17. And yeah, reminding it again, if you want clues, please raise your virtual hands. Okay, let's move a little faster. Let's go for question 18.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay, question 18 is simple again. What tech was used to make the world that you can see is floating above the, again, coming back to Tokyo Olympics opening ceremony, you can see a world which is floating there. Simple one, don't go for like high-tech answer. Just go for the simple word that comes to your mind first. That's the answer. What tech was used to make the world that you see? I think this is one of the most impressive sections of yesterday's Olympic opening ceremony. Even if you have missed that, you can probably guess the answer.
If you want a hint, raise your hand. Have a nice hint for this.
Okay, I don't see any raised hands. People, okay, Utkarsh Yadav raised hand.
Give people a few seconds to work it. For those of you who are here for the first time, don't worry, we'll go through the questions again very, very quickly, and then we'll go through all the answers as well. So we have around 4 people who have raised their hand so far.
Okay.
Let's move to question 19.
19. Okay, question 19 is yeah, can be toughy. Okay, in May 2021, which is recently, what statue was installed in front of Charging Bull, the famous installation in New York, which symbolizes a new wave of investment options taking on traditional firms?
Finance, yeah. So, by the way, this is Fearless Girl that you see out here. That's not the answer that we're looking for. Fearless Girl was put up in 2017 and was removed in 2018. So, as a sort of prank, recently in May 2021, another statue was put up where Fearless Girl used to be. Like it says in the question, to symbolize a new investment option that is taking on traditional finance, represented by Charging Bull.
Yeah. So what is this statue? It's not like Yogesh just said, it's not the bull, it's not the girl. So what is this new statue?
That new statue was also unfortunately removed after a few days.
Probably. Even this one is in a new location, right?
This one also got moved off to somewhere else in New York only.
Yeah, it's moved in front of the stock exchange, the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so what new statue which represents the new wave of investment options? I don't know how many of you have done that, but they're taking on traditional finances, and this particular being is a symbol of that.
And if you want a hint, raise your hand. If not, then we'll move to the next question in a few seconds.
No, but you're asking for a name here.
If you are able to explain the funda, I'll give you the points for that as well. Okay, not enough people looking for a hint on this one. Let's move to last 20th question.
Question 20. Question 20 is about, again, Olympics and about Olympic splash. And what you're seeing in the image is Australia's 2021 Olympics team, at least some people from that. The geometric intersections used in these scarves, as you can see in some of, or at least many of the athletes in the image, is inspired by which famous Japanese landmark? So usually some of these countries, right, they design these athletes uniform in such a way that the traditional things are brought out or Japanese attributes are brought out. So this particular scarf, the bigger image that you're seeing in the circle or the oval image on the right side, the scarves have a geometric intersection, and that is inspired by a very famous Japanese landmark. And we want to know what Japanese landmark inspired the design of the scarves. Okay, Arkabrata Chaudhary has raised his hand. Shreyan Datta Chakravarti. Okay. Parthabdar. Imad.
If you want hints, raise your hand. School. Stress. If you can't name the landmark, if you explain the landmark or know the funda behind the landmark, we'll give you points for that as well, full points for that as well.
Yeah. For example, if the answer is Everest, but you forgot the name of Everest, but you wrote world's tallest mountain, you would get points. Similarly, you might have forgotten, which is human, to forget the name, but if you can say the unique attribute of this place, you will get points.
I think we do have 6, 7, 8 people, and there were a couple of others as well. So I'll give the hint for this one. This one, so this landmark is it has you can see various shapes out here but the landmark itself has more stripes than any of these things.
Yeah. And it has a distinction, like I said, right? Everest, for the world's largest, it has a particular distinction of being the world something. Okay, that was question 20. We are in 9/7, almost more than an hour has passed.
That's fine. They're usually around this time.
Okay.
All right, so let's go back to the first question. Let's go very, very quickly through each of the questions. If you want us to pause at any particular question for slightly longer, just put that in the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the hints that we gave out in the chat as well, so that it's easy for everyone to refer to that.
Okay, cool. I'll start the recycle, as in going through the questions again.
Bindas, recycle, reuse, everything.
Sure. Okay, so question 1 is about the order, the unique order in which the nations came on Olympics opening ceremony. It was Ireland came in like one of the first 3-4 countries. So why is that so? That is question 1. Question 2, these 3 dudes created something.
And please wait here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So these 3 guys created something. Want to know what they created?
Yeah.
And that led to a bunch of political shenanigans of sort.
All over the news. Yeah. If you have been following the news in the last 1 week, 2 weeks, you would have surely heard the name of their creation. Okay, that was question 2. Question 3 is from the Olympics opening ceremony. Which Japanese landmark, natural, beautiful, scenic landmark, served as an inspiration to the Olympic torch installation in the in Tokyo Olympics in the opening ceremony that happened yesterday? That is question 3. Question 4. This is world's first dash. We also gave a bit of. There is also one more question in this quiz about this, like what two billionaires are doing. That is question 4. Question 5 is about a movie which was based on this book. Look at the image that is there on the book cover, the kind of relationship. The movie is about that. Question 6 is about cricket or the cricket vacation that a particular company is providing as a perk where people can go and work in Dubai and also watch the T20 World Cup, upcoming T20 World Cup. Which particular company? That is question 6. Question 7 is this dude, well-chiseled dude who is jumping on this bed. Why is he doing that? What is he doing? Where he is? Okay, that was question 7. Question 8 is about these competing billionaires and the technicality that they are fighting over. And because of that, their Blue Origin company, the Bezos company, is saying none of their astronauts would have an asterisk next to their name. Why is it so? I'll just share the fund out. That is question 8. Question 9 is the etymology of a place where the goat jumps over a river. Which place, or at least give us the context around this place. Question 10 is a modified motto. Citius, Altius, Fortius. Faster, higher, stronger is the one that is usually there. What word got added, which is blanked out. Question 11 is about a author, and this is the chapter 1 of his recent book, where he says about black clouds, about Southampton, about rain, about missing action, and about George Floyd, of course. And then, yeah, those are the themes of this new book. Question 12 is about a movie, a Disney movie, an animation movie based on Southeast Asia with this pet called Tuk Tuk. Question 13 is about a technology which is inbuilt in the Olympic torch, which is also used in many of the other phenomena in the Olympics. And the governor of Tokyo says this will stay on and hopefully continue to grow in Tokyo. Just give me the name of the stick or the name of this particular phenomenon used in the torch flame. Okay, question 13. Question 14 is about this series, which the season 2 was released recently. Is about American guy who goes to the American football guy who goes to the European football scene. Okay, question 15 is about phases of artist and what connects these phases. Question 16 is about how gender equity was implemented, was performed, was done in the Olympics opening ceremony. So that is question 16. Question 17 is about J Beam, is the name of the movie. J Beam, what is the title a tribute to? Look at the image, a bunch of clues there, a bunch of clues in the text. Question 18 is one of the most simplest questions in this set. You see a world floating above the opening ceremony stadium. What tech was used to make the world? Question 19 is about the statue. It's not the charging bull. It's not the
Fearless girl.
What girl is that?
Fearless girl.
Fearless girl. Yeah, I've taken an image with that. Still, I forgot the name. Okay, Fearless girl. It's about another statue which was installed as a symbol for the new wave of investment options taking on traditional finance. Probably some of you might have invested. Hopefully so. Question 20 is about Australian Olympic uniform. Their scars are inspired by a particular Japanese landmark, a very stripy landmark. So just give the name of the Japanese landmark. That is question 1 to 20. Any other question that people want to see again, Yogesh?
Question 19, what do we need to give as an answer?
Yeah,
19
please tell.
19 May you have to. There's another statue that was installed in front of Charging Bull. I want to know what is the name of that statue. Yeah. Can you? Okay. So can you go back to the first question? Someone said to go there. And
So-
while that's happening, if anyone wants to go to any other questions, just put it in the chat. We'll give you a minute or so to submit your answers before going
Yeah.
to the answer slides and discussing those.
For people who have completed filling the form, please do submit it. For the person who wanted question 1, here it is. The Order of Nations was something unique. I was seeing the Olympic ceremony and I was surprised how Ireland came like in the first 5 nations to march on. Why is it so? The order, if you're following as an Indian, was a bit haywire, but there's a particular reason why it is so. Why was that?
Nambi, can you go to 12, please, and then we'll close it there.
Yeah.
Guys, while you're submitting or while this is happening, just want to do a huge shout out and thank you to Nambi for hosting this set. And it's been in the making for a while because we were supposed to, I think Nambi was supposed to host about a month or 2 ago, and then unfortunately had another commitment. Yeah. Fell sick, I think, for that weekend. So unfortunately, it couldn't happen then. But courtesy the Olympics happening now, a lot of content came from there for this quiz. So awesome stuff. Thank you so much for a very visual and short quiz in which people don't really have to read through a question a lot. Always love those type of quizzes. And yeah, so thank you everyone for joining this one. We're going to go through the answer slides. And next week, we have a general quiz being hosted by a friend of mine from my first company. Her name is Mridula. She's hosting a general quiz. And yeah, hope to see everyone for that one. That's also going to be a good one, for sure. Okay, so for those of you who did not, who submitted the form, couple of things. One is you will get a notification for our Instagram page. Please go like, share, comment, follow, all of that jazz. You're also hopefully you will follow Nambi's YouTube channel. It's called Satya Nambirajan. I will share the link on the WhatsApp groups as well. You also would have got a link to our WhatsApp group, which apparently doesn't work. Francis, is that not working? Okay, I will post the link to the WhatsApp group out here. If you're not on it, then do join to stay notified. Copy the link and I'm going to share it out here. If you're on the WhatsApp group, then there are a couple of groups. Just be on one of them. It doesn't make sense for you to be on multiple. You'll just get the same messages twice or thrice.
Yeah, can you show 19 once again?
Yeah, hopefully you've submitted this sheet, Sasha.
Can you show 19 once again?
Sasha, we've given a bunch of time now. Hopefully you can submit the answers now. And we can
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, 9:17. I'm going to close the form in a couple of seconds. And just a request while we go through the answers is for you to come on video, show yourselves while we're going through answers, so that we can see who you are, talk, chat, get to know each other a little bit more. And yeah, be a little civilized while shouting out answers.
Yeah. Instead of shouting, probably can we have a raise hand and then
it's okay. It's okay. We'll go through it a little quickly.
Okay, going with the experience of questions, I'm expecting a bunch of shouts.
That's fine. That's okay.
Okay, cool. Question 1. Form is closed, right?
It is as per Japanese alphabetical system.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japanese alphabetical system.
Japanese
alphabetical system.
Follows that order.
Yeah, Japanese alphabetical order, which has a particular way of I think A, I, E, U, something like that. So they use that pronunciation syllable order. And if you look at it, usually Greece comes first because they are the first ones to start the Olympics and then refugee Olympic team game. And usually it's an English alphabetical order that would come, following A, followed by B, followed by C. But if you look at this list, which was the actual order of list, it came. Iceland, Ireland came, and then Azerbaijan came. Virgin Islands came, and then United. So it's got messed up because they used the Japanese pronunciation syllable system. So if you say Japanese alphabet order, Japanese pronunciation system, you will get points.
And India was 21st, I guess.
Yeah, I think we came after Iraq, Iran. After Iran, India came. Okay, in the English alphabetical order, that wouldn't happen. But yeah, that was how this thing was placed. Okay, a question for new question, not related to this, as in not for answer for this. Which country comes as the last?
Host country.
The host country.
Host comes as the last, and which comes as the penultimate?
The previous.
The one which hosted before.
No, the one
One
country.
that won the year. One before.
This year it was USA, but
USA.
yeah.
If I remember correctly, I believe it's France because they are the ones who are going to host the
next Olympics, 2024.
Yeah, so there
It's
was
a nice
question. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, question 2.
The Pegasus.
NSO. Their initials is NSO.
NSO.
Yeah, exactly. Initials NIV, N, Shalav, S, Omri, O, NSO group. The NSO group, which was in the Indian news, political news, is these guys, Israeli guys who created the system for eavesdropping, for spying. So they created Pegasus. If you wrote Pegasus, you will get points. If you wrote NSO, you get points. So that's the answer I was looking for. Okay, yeah, this is from their website. NSO is the name of the founders. Pegasus is what they created, and that created a lot of ruckus. Question 3.
Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji is correct. The volcano, which is like kind of like the symbol of Japan. People take a lot of images even when they are taking a flight over there. Mount Fuji. The volcanic part is the torch part. Okay. Related question: who lit the flame?
Naomi Osaka.
Naomi Osaka. It is okay. That was answer 3. Mount Fuji. Question 4. World's first
Spacecraft airport.
Yes, commercially built spaceport.
Commercial spaceport.
Spaceport will give you points. This is Virgin Galactic Spaceport. Like an airport, probably these kind of spaceports will grow to become a phenomenon. We all will get to go to space in our own lifetime, hopefully so. The answer is spaceport. If you gave spaceport, you'll get points. Question, these are the dudes and girls who went on the first private space flight. Question 5.
Fatherhood.
The Kevin Hart movie, which is a very emotional movie. Yeah, do watch it. I saw the movie, found it to be good. Fatherhood is the answer. Is based on this particular memoir, this particular book. Question 6.
Bharat Pay.
Bharat Pay is correct. Bharat Pay is the one who are giving these vacation bikes and gadgets and whatnot.
If you wouldn't have mentioned the top right corner, I wouldn't have looked there. It was too.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. The Bharat Pay has this very, very India-ish, as an India flag-based logo. So that good that you got that clue. Question 7.
Olympic Village. The Olympic Village, and this is he's on jumping the cardboard beds.
To show that it is durable.
To test the strength of the bed.
Exactly. Olympic Village to test the bed because these are made of cardboard. One particular athlete went, I think, on Instagram or Twitter and said, okay, let me test the bed, and then he jumped over it. And there was also a lot of talk over how athletes can do other stuffs other than sleeping on these beds. Yeah, those are other controversies. Moving on.
If we have written those other extracurricular activities, you're not going to deduct points, right?
No, we will give you full points as long as you mention what he's doing or what he's trying to do or what he's trying to disprove or prove.
Okay, that was question 7. So this was a funny video that I saw online. Okay, let me skip that. So basically, the same guys testing.
Tell me you're in the Olympic Village without telling me you're in the Olympic Village.
Yeah, that was again some other athletes. Yeah, they made it out of cardboard to make it more sustainable, and some athletes wanted to test that. Okay, this is a toughie. Let's see who answers this.
The Carmen
line. He did not do the cross the Carmen line. Therefore, they.
Exactly.
The Carmen line is basically the line between the Earth's atmosphere and the space.
Exactly.
The edge of space.
Carmen line delineates atmosphere and space. And Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' company, said that we are the only ones who cross the Karman line, whereas Virgin Galactic didn't cross.
Touched
so that's the that's the funda.
So Kármán line, if you've written Kármán line or border to space or 100-kilometer mark from Earth or any of those type of fundas, you'll get full points for that.
Yep.
Right?
Okay, question 9. Which place is
The
this?
Krishna Kaveri like this too.
Mekedatu.
Mekedatu. Mekedatu is the name of the place.
Yeah, Mekedatu, the goat sleep.
Yeah. This is the place where the etymology is that the goat can jump over the Kaveri river, Mekedatu. So it's called the Mekedatu. And the funda is basically a Kaveri resource. And then Karnataka is trying to build a dam here, and Tamil Nadu government is opposing it. Conflict which has been happening hundreds of years as this particular thing, and it's again came up in news recently in the last 2 weeks. Okay, this is Mekedatu, the dam, and Kaveri panel approval, and the news around that.
So if you've written the river's name, the
Together.
Together.
CTS, LTS, 4TS, and Cumulus.
Bonvita.
Okay, faster is stronger, and together is the modified motto that got added in the year.
If you've written brownie point, if you've written Bonvita, take brownie points.
No, we didn't write. We just discussed it.
Then you don't get brownie points. Sorry.
Okay.
Ironical that in a socially distant world, we have added it together word. But yeah, I think Olympics opening ceremony at least brought some form of optimism to all our screens.
Or legs, Bonvita.
Yeah, okay. This is a toughie. Let's see who got this one.
Is it Michael Holding?
Yep, Michael Holding.
Oh, Michael Holding. Okay.
Because he was the one who was commentating. If we play that video.
Yeah, what was the book name?
The name of the book is Why We Need How We Rise.
Yeah.
It's a recent book about black athletes who have documented their the racism that they face. So basically, Michael Holding reaches out to Usain Bolt, a bunch of other athletes, and then they share their experience. So this book is about that. This, of course, started when or after this.
Who invented the light bulb, right? Thomas Edison, right? Everybody knows Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Thomas Edison invented a light bulb with a paper filament. It burnt out in no time at all. Can you tell me who invented the filament that makes these lights shine throughout? Nobody knows because it's a black man. I was not taught in schools. Louis Howard Latimer invented the carbon filament to allow lights to continuously shine. Who knows that? Everything should be taught. When you go back through the schooling as a young man, I remember my school days.
Yeah, so basically it goes on to say about blacks being given their
Yeah, on the cover of the book, is it Thierry Henry? The bald man there.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Thierry Henry is also being featured in the book. So every guy, he's also one of the athletes. Naomi Osaka. This guy took the knee in football. Yeah. Yeah, all of them are featured in this book. Okay, that was question 11.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, Kaepernick.
Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah,
Raya and the Last Dragon. Raya and the Last Dragon.
Yeah, if you just said Raya, that will also get you points. Raya is that movie based on Southeast Asian countries. Tuk-tuk being that what auto is called in Southeast Asian countries. So Raya will get you points. Question 13.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen society.
Yeah, whoever said
they want to be carbon neutral by 2050. So, like on that mission, they have promoting hydrogen.
Exactly. So hydrogen is also how they are lighting these torches, Olympic torches, and I believe a bunch of transportation is also happening to do hydrogen fuel. So hydrogen is the answer that I was looking for.
Yeah, the new Shinkansen, the train system is run on hydrogen.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that. Yeah.
It's just started this year.
Okay.
Does fuel cell give you points?
What?
Does fuel cell give you points?
Fuel cell, no. It should have hydrogen in there.
Hard points for fuel cell, I assume. But let's see.
But how will you burn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would
Fuel
say
cell can be any material.
Anything, no?
Exactly. We'll see. Right?
Okay, cool. Hey, question 14.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is correct. Is a series which is about an American who goes into the crazy world of UK Premier League football there, and then how he survives, how he becomes a better coach and stuff like that. Do watch it. It's on Apple TV recently. The season 2 was released. Question 15.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse icons.
Yeah, the icons of that particular app or these spaces, they keep changing the app icon once in a while, featuring the artists who are part of their community. This is Clubhouse. Yeah, you might have seen a new face maybe in the last week from Clubhouse. Question 16.
Unisex attire.
Male and female contingent leaders. Yeah, one man and one woman were holding.
Yeah, the country
flag.
had to choose one male and one female flag bearer, like from India, Mary Kom and Manpreet Singh.
Exactly. So each country usually just picks one person in the previous Olympics. This time they said the country has to pick a male athlete and a female athlete. So most of the nations at least had sufficient number of male and female. So they picked two people who would carry the flag. You would have seen that in the opening ceremony where people would be holding the flag. Usually it's just the one person. But this time there is a male and a female athlete who is the flag bearing person for that.
Yeah, if you say contingent leader, that's fine as well.
Yeah, that is also, that will also get you points. There's question 16 there. This is America. I forgot, I don't know the name of these two athletes, but you can see a male athlete and a female athlete jointly holding the flag. Okay, that was question 16. Question 17.
B.R. Ambedkar.
B.R. Ambedkar, Bhimrao Ambedkar. Jai Bhim is a direct attribute to Bhimrao Ambedkar. If you said Ambedkar, Bhimrao Ambedkar, you'll get points. Yeah, so this is a movie, I believe, directed by, it says Jnanavel. There is a recent movie called Sarpeta in Tamil, directed by Paranjit. If you have not seen that, see that. It's based on boxing and Dalit life in Chennai. It's also a good movie to watch. Okay, that is question 17. Question 18.
Air drones.
Drones.
Drone technology. Yeah, these were nearly 2,000 drones used.
Exactly. Large number of drones are used to create this world, and a bunch of other things that they showed in the space, in the sky. Japanese exhibiting their tech capabilities. Drones is the answer that we are looking for. Question 19.
Shiba Inu, the dog of Dogecoin.
Shiba Inu.
Dog. Yep. Exactly, Shiba Inu, dog. Which is a symbol of all the crypto investment that's happening. Dogecoin, Shiba Inu will get you those points for this question. And the final question.
Shibayu crossing.
Exactly. Mausumi got that correct. Yeah, Shibuya crossing.
Even if you've not given the name, this is the largest crossing or intersection in the world. If you've written anything along those lines, we'll give you points for that as well.
Yeah, largest zebra crossing, largest crossing will all get you points. The actual places called Shibuya crossing. So with that we come to the end. Thanks everyone who participated in the quiz. Thanks to Yogesh for this opportunity to conduct this quiz.
Yes.
And we'll continue to participate in these quizzes. So we'll see you all later.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nambi, and everyone else for joining. Hope you enjoyed the quiz and hope to see you next week for a general quiz hosted by a friend of mine named Mridula. And we do have a couple of extra questions if you want to hang around and chat about them. If you want to talk about the quiz, if you want to, generally give us feedback, then always happy to know more. Okay, bonus question 1.
They are actually showing the logos for each event, I guess.
Yeah.
50 out of 50, something like that.
You are missing a particular keyword here.
Adbury.
Pictographs.
Pictograms.
Pictograms of it. Yeah. So that's but logos of events will give you enough points as well.
Yeah, but there are no points here. So basically, there is another funda here is that 1964 is the first time pictograms are introduced in Olympics. Then from then on, each Olympics made their own style of pictograms. And then again, it comes back to Tokyo. And this is actually a quite interesting segment in the opening ceremony where they show the live remake or recreation of these pictograms. And in one of these pictograms, they focus on a guy's t-shirt. Did you guys see that? No? Okay. So that's one of the interesting things because I think in rowing or sailing, they couldn't make that or they made a fun way in which they just showed that person's t-shirt. It's Olympic pictograms. Question 2.
It is Wally Funk, the oldest to go in space. Oldest person to go in space.
And
never come in the.
And the person who auctioned couldn't join, so he was the replacement. One 18-year-old guy joined in his place. The one who has auctioned, he couldn't join because of some scheduling commitments, something like that.
What is the funda out here? What's unique about the other guy?
Youngest. The oldest. He's the youngest. I think.
She's Wally Funk, and before him, before her, it was John Glenn, I guess. So after John Glenn, she is the oldest to go into space.
Oldest and youngest. The lady is the oldest, and the guy who came
is in some 18-year-old guy, but he was not supposed to go originally. There was one other person who was auctioned for the seat, but he couldn't join, so in his place he went.
Anyway, this is basically oldest and youngest person to go to space.
And he shared, this guy is the first paid space tourist to go on a private space flight. So that also counts. So these are those people in their fancy space pods. Okay, last extra question, and with that we'll close it.
This is, I think, Pradunova.
Simon by.
Sorry, Simone Biles.
Simone Biles is correct. The US gymnast after whom a Twitter hashtag emoji was created, I think yesterday or recently. So that is the end of this quiz. Thank you, everyone.